Get it, Anthony. Was good, brother. Was good. What is good? Let me spotlight myself. Figure out how do I do the other view? Give me a second. I still want to let dynamic gallery, okay. Multi-speaker, immersive. Was good, B. All right, give me a second, fellas. What's good, man? How we feeling? Trying to play around with this spotlight. Speaker gallery. How do I show the bottom panel? Dynamic gallery. What's good, fellas? What's good? How we feeling, man? Shoot me a comment over. How we feeling? Anthony getting it in per usual. Multi-speaker. I'm just trying to figure out how to set up the view that I like to use. Wait, if y'all talking, I cannot hear. Oh, okay, I don't think so. All right, give me a second, fellas. Bear with me. I can't do this without people on, so I can't even figure it out without people on. All right, gallery. John C. in. Brian Medley's in. All right, what's good, fellas? What's good? What up, fellas? All right, give me a second, man. I'm just trying to put this video in the right frame. Spotlight, blur background, easy money. Pen. All right. Now that I'm pinned, all right, can y'all see me clear? Hopefully we good. All right, what's good, fellas? What's good, man? How y'all? How y'all? Brian was good, brother. Anthony, B, Jeff, Emerson, Chauncey. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? Follow host videos, order, sort gallery. Right. Multi-speaker, immersive. All right, it's lit. All right. Let me let Terrell in. I'm just trying to make sure that this is the way I want it to be. All right, I guess not. I'm trying to figure out how to put y'all at the bottom of the screen, but I'm not seeing an option on how to do that. Thought it was an option on Zoom. Hide self view, move PN. Spotlight forever. All right. Hopefully that looks good, fellas. I'm just trying to, I can't figure these things out unless I am live with people on. So let me go into my, all right, fire. All right, man. What's good, brothers? What's good? What's good? What's good? All right. So We live, we live, we live. How y'all feeling for the week? Fellas doing good, good work stress, same, Jeff. Boys at the same. All right, so topic of the day, fellas, and if y'all can walk with me, if you're able to, please do. Please do. If you could walk with the camera on, that'd be even better. I really want to make these interactive. Jeff was good. You out there getting it in. All right. DC was good. Did I spotlight somebody else on accident? I don't think so. Okay, so big topic today, a topic that's dear to my heart, a topic that is where my next level of discipline was born. All right. And for the brothers on, have you ever been depressed or in a state of depression? Feel free to comment and let me know. Like, have you been in a state of depression throughout your life at any point? Shoot me a comment, most definitely. And Chauncey, what was the cause of it? I remember we had a bunch of conversations, so I do remember some things, but what was the cause of it for you? Remind me. Who else, fellas? Who else? All right, and I'm gonna wait for some comments. Basically, navigating my marriage. All right. Mainly family finance. Yep. Yes, during my college years. Yep. So for me, the biggest depression happened with my spine issue. When that body is breaking and you don't know if you can fix it, that was pretty much when my whole life fell apart. Everything started to fall apart around that time. Marriage, money, kids, everything started to fall apart around that time. But, and I tell you some of the bad places that I went as far as self-sabotage, obviously, not taking care of myself, obviously. So for me, like when I realized, when I not realized, but when I had the fear of, yo, your body, like when you think something can't be fixed. So my body, right? My spine was getting, and I still have these spine issues, but I'm stronger now. I'm managing them. But after losing sister unexpectedly, she raised me. It was still hard. She was 15. It was 15 years ago. Damn, man. My condolences, Jeff. I cannot imagine, brother. So for me, I went through the initial part of how I handled it, which was horrible, right? I went through a period of just straight self-sabotage. So it was drinking daily, it was eating bad food to cope, it was eating lots of candy, it was, you know, doom scrolling, drowning in Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Well, it wasn't TikTok for me, it was Instagram mainly and YouTube. Um, Hopelessness, right? Not talking to God, which was a mistake. But then, when I would talk to him, it would be, I'm just begging for a solution, begging to feel better. But either way, my level of discipline was also born during that time, right? So my level of discipline was born during that time. And for me, I will tell you, like, literally when I felt the worst of it, I something clicked. And for me, it was just the mission to solve the problem. And that thing became my purpose, which was healing my spine, healing my back, right? Fixing the thing. Now, of course, not every problem can be fixed. So Jeff, right, that is dealing with the grief of losing someone, but that still is a thing that we actually must try to do. So it's still an action. Chauncey with the divorce and like it's still something that we must try to do something about. There's still something to be done because it is an action. Now, before we even get to the thing that must be done, like grief, right? Again, before we even get to the thing, the main thing is take care of yourself. before you make it worse. And I think that's the one thing that people don't really understand because it becomes justified to not take care of myself. So we don't really understand that taking care of myself is majority of the solution. Right? Like me taking better care of my mind and my body is most of the solution. So when you start saying, but I'm going through this, all you're doing is justifying making yourself worse. And I understand, again, I did the same thing. So I understand the unintentional logic behind that, right? I'm going through this tough thing, therefore I must eat. And I'm going to say, hey, I'm eating because I'm going through this thing or drink or whatever it is. But that's why most people, Elijah, was good, brother. That's why most people aren't okay, right? Just because you're in a bad place, please tune. And I didn't justify. I was just crashing out. Like it wasn't no justification. Like I knew this, yo, this isn't helping me. Like this ain't helping me. This is making it worse. So for me, it was no justification. Terrell, what up, bro? It was no justification. Man, your house look nice as hell, bro. I'm looking up. Terrell house look nice as hell. Um, it was no justification, man. Like I was just crashing out, and that wasn't okay. But at the end of the day, once I started to get out of it, fellas, when you're going through something really hard, try in that place to take care of yourself and see how much better you feel. Like it's that simple, right? You're going through a hard thing, get motivated. If y'all in the club, we might do a challenge, right? Lock in and then really acknowledge, damn, I feel a lot better, even though I'm going through this hard thing. I feel a lot better. And that's what we neglect or we lose hope or whatever the case may be. So the first part of this, and that's why discipline is so important, is hey, sometimes the only thing you can do is take care of yourself. And then you got to get intentional behind solving the problem. So now, what do we do? Okay, cool. Right? So I'm going to just use Jeff. The first step, right, is research. We got to figure out, we got to learn. So one thing people don't research in life is grief. Like that's one of those you just go through it and you go through it badly. No, research. Hey, simple Google, get on ChatGPT. How do I deal with grief? And just start learning, right? So for me, it was researching on my spine. Can this be fixed? Can I reverse it? Let me understand the problem a little bit better. And then once I have research, now research typically is going to give you a little hope. It's going to give you some dopamine, but it's going to give you something you can do about it. And that's any situation. There's something you can always do. So now that I've researched, then it becomes creating some sort of plan. Right? Now what am I going to do with the information I've gathered? What do I do now? So if I'm just researching grief and I'm gonna just hop on ChatGPT and I'm gonna research how to get through grief. And then I'm gonna tell you my mind and how I would operate after this, because this is actually how I do things. How do I get through or grief? All right. Look at this. So now we got something we can actually do. So you think when there's nothing that can be done, and a lot of us do that, we don't think anything is possible. Like there's nothing that can be, it's always something that can be done. It just might not look like the way that you want it to look. So grieving, what can't be done is you can't just get over it. No one can, right? And that's what's up. I got a book on the first stage. That's fire, bro. That's fire, right? That's fire. So what I just, one simple chat, it said, accept that it's happened. Let yourself feel the specific loss. Name what you actually lost. Talk about the real story. Don't confuse discipline with suppression. I love this one, right? Training, workout, building a business. Don't confuse that. And I agree with that. Don't try to outdo it, right? Just understand that that's a part of what I'm talking about, what I build in Discipline Club. That's just a part of the process. It's not, right. Discipline is just what is best to go through the process. It's not the solution for the process. All right, create space to grieve intentionally, something most people don't understand, which is you got to actually sit in your feelings and process your feelings without vices. Like pure naked bare, processing how you feel about it, be sad, be cry, be still, be emotional, be whatever thing you have to be that doesn't harm you or someone else. And then what does it say? Eventually separate the loss from your identity, right? So that's a huge one. But again, this is just a prompt. So for me and for what I teach here in the club, fellas, all right, and what I've been through myself. Step one, Ronnie, take care of yourself, regardless of how you feel, because if you don't, you're going to make this worse. Point blank. Step two, research. All right. Learn and understand the problem. Understand it, learn it. How do I do this? And then step three, implement, do something now and take it slow. Right. So if you're in that state when your mind has gone so far to where you're in quote unquote depression, right? That means, that the brain waves, the hope is being lost. Is take it slow. We can't rush this process, but that's where the discipline comes in. And that's why building yourself up is a huge part of the solution. So fellas, when I get brothers, members in the club that are hitting me with the, I'm too busy or I'm going through this or all of the different reasons, again, I'm not here to just get you to do a fitness program. I am here to get you in control of yourself. So when you are in control of yourself, you'll control a lot of these external things that may not be a solution right now. So let's just say bankruptcy and you completely run out of money. There may not be an instant solution. There almost isn't one. You have to take care of yourself and put one foot in front of the other because you can't really see past that. There ain't a solution right now. But what there is there's still room for you to make it worse. That's for sure. So every self-sabotage, every, not taking care of yourself, there is still room for you to make it worse. All right. So that's just a little insight on, my take on being disciplined while dealing with depression or a hard season or a hard time. Now I want to hear from y'all. What's some questions you got on this or thoughts that you have on this from your own, world experience, what you've dealt with in your past, all right, how you got through it or how you didn't get through it well. So feel free to unmute, fellas, if y'all can hear me, and let's talk shop. Let me get Demetrius in. What's up, fellas? What's up? We got anything? We got anything? Surreal finna get that ride in. I need to get me a motorcycle, man. All right, so fellas, again, I'm gonna be doing these walks daily. I'll talk more about it on the workshops, but again, we're bridging another point behind accountability here, man. Another point behind connection, another point behind community. So showing up to these quick 30-minute sessions is just going to aid you in becoming more and more disciplined. All right. If you can get your walk in while I'm doing it, fantastic. If you can't, no problem. Now, we're still doing the unlimited challenge, from what I can tell. Actually, let's do this. All right. Can y'all hear me? Man, y'all are mute today. It's early. It's early. It's early. I guess it's early. All right, or maybe I can't hear y'all if y'all are talking. All right, we about to do some live accountability
We can
check-ins.
hear you. We can hear you.
All right, fire. All right, live accountability check-ins. Let's see where everybody at that's on here. All right, so let's go through the list. Let's see where we at. Laurice is number 3. Let's get it. Terrell number 4 just hit a stack. Let's get it. Jeff has it. Okay, no problem, bro. All right, let me scroll down. Brian number 11. Let's go. All right, who else we got on here live? Chauncey 21. Jeff 23. Where's Brian at? Oh, Brian's 11. Okay, I'm like, what Brian at? Who else on here? Mike Davis, man. Let me see what Mike at. Mike. All right, 32. Mike, come on, Mike. Come on, get them points up. Get them points up. All right, did I name everybody on here? Brian, I know we got a call coming. All right, Brian, where you at on here? Okay, I think I need to re-add you to I thought I had you in the challenge. Oh, there we go, Brian. Okay, Brian, 33. Okay, we in the building. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, that's music to my ears. All right, wait, let me check and see if I caught everybody. Yeah, I think I got Elijah. Let me see where Elijah is. Let me go back to the share. All right, Elijah, where are we? There we go, 35. Come on, Elijah, you and Mike, let's get them points up. Let's get them points up. But good work, man. Everybody here on the board as expected. I highly doubt it that anybody that had a zero would be joining these. But all right, fellas, that's good work. That's good work. That's good money, man. Y'all got any questions for me before we hop off here? Any questions at all before we hop off here? All right, nothing. All right. Well, I'm gonna go get a quick workout. Brian, I'll be talking to you in about 40 minutes, brother. And then outside of that, fellas, tomorrow, 9 a.m. CST, 10 a.m. EST, same.